Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Nostec Academy. In this tutorial, we are going to answer algebraic questions from 2016 to 2022. Not all algebraic questions, but specifically we are going to answer factorization questions. Okay, so we'll answer all questions, both internal, which is grade 12, and GCE, which is external. So without further ado, let's jump right in. So the first question, we're going to rewrite the first question. We're going to write the first question. So solutions here. The first question is, Km minus 6Ln plus 3Kn minus 2Ln. So now the way we can factorize this, is by grouping. Do you have what is common between the first and the second term? If you compare the first and second term, no, we don't have what is common. So what we can do, we can go to the third term. Here there is what is common, which is k. So we can group Km and 3Kn. Then we have negative 6Ln minus 2Ln. So we can factorize by grouping. So now how we can factorize this? What is common between the first two terms? It's k. So k and k here will cancel, remain with m. When we divide, this k and this k will cancel, we remain with 3n. Okay, close bracket. Then this side here, what is common here? We have negative 2 in terms of numbers. 2 is common. Then in terms of variables, Ln is common. Oh, sorry, I made a mistake. This one is m, not n, is m. So L is common. Okay, L is common. So when we factorize here, it will be negative 2 into negative 6 is positive 3. Okay, L and L will cancel, remain with n. Negative divided by negative is positive. 2 into 2, 1. L into L, 1. So we remain with the m. If you look at what is in the bracket here, we have, it's just the same. It's just the position that is different, but they are just the same, which tells us that we are doing the right thing. So the last step is, so we have two terms. We have this and this one. So what is common here is m plus 3n in brackets, open bracket, whatever is outside this side, put it inside as k minus this, which is 2l. And this is the answer. We'll factorize this question completely. Okay, we'll factorize this question completely. All right. So I'm going to erase this question, this solution, and copy another solution. So if you want to copy, just pause the video and copy it. Okay. We go to question 2. So question 2 is x squared minus 4a squared minus 1 over 9. So now this one, we only have two terms. We have this and this. And when you look at what is common, you don't have anything common between the two terms. So what you do is factorize by difference of two squares. Factorizing by difference of two squares, it means that each term in here should be raised to a certain power or reduced to a certain power. So this one is x squared. Then 4 can be written as 2 squared. Y is already y squared. 1 is the same as 1 squared. 9 can be written as 3 squared. So everything in here is squared. So what you do, we are going to, you write one of the x's here, which will be just x, over one of the 2's, okay, like this. Then we are going to use plus, and then write one of the 1's here over 3, like this. This is how you write difference of 2 squares. Then open bracket, the remaining x, the remaining 2y, then in this case you use minus the remaining 1 over 3. Okay, in other words, this is the answer. So we factorized this question completely. If you want to know that this question is correct, you can expand. You can expand this this equation, or I mean this expression here. You can expand. Okay, we go to the second question, a third question. So the third question is ax squared minus 4ay to the power 3. Okay, factorizing this, first you look for what is common. If you look closely, a is common. There's ay here, there. So ay is common. So we're going to write ay outside, open bracket, a and a will cancel, y and y will cancel, remain with x squared inside, minus a and a will cancel, but don't just cancel them, just know that you're going to divide them. Y, so we have 4, y into y to the power 3, remain with 2 y's. Okay, then if you look at what is inside the bracket here, this is a difference of 2 squares. So we have ay, open bracket, x squared minus 2 squared. This 4 can be written as 2 squared, y squared. Since this one is a difference of 2 squares, we're going to maintain ay outside. Inside, we're going to write one of the x's plus 2y, close, open bracket, the remaining x, in this case minus 2y. And this is the answer. So that's how we solve, factorize the third question. We move on to the fourth question. Okay. The fourth question is as simple as the previous question. So 5x squared minus 5. What is common here is 5, okay? Then 5 into 5 remains x squared. 5 into 5 is just 1. Inside here is the difference of 2 squares, because x squared, 1 can be written as 1 squared. So what you do, maintain the 5 which is outside here, then you write one of the x's plus 1, open, x, remaining x minus 1. And this is the answer. It is as simple as this. We go to question 5. Question 5. Okay. The fifth question is 18 minus 2x squared. First, check for what is common. If you only have 2 terms, chances are that somewhere it's going to be a difference of 2 squares. But first, check for what is common factor. So here 2 is common, 2 outside. 2 into 18 is 9. 2 into 2 remaining with x squared. Now check inside. The inside is a difference of 2 squares, because 9 can be written as 3 to the power 2 minus x to the power 2. So 2 outside, one of the 3's plus x, open, the remaining 3, in this case minus x. And this is the answer. So factorization is very simple. And remember, it's 2 marks in the final exam. So let's go to the 6th question. So question 6 is we have 32x squared minus, so we are halfway to the last question. Okay, so what is common here, if you look closely here, 2 can go into 32 and into 50. So 2 is common, is a common factor. Okay, 2 into 32 is just 16x squared minus 2 into 50 is 25. Inside here is a difference of 2 squares. Okay, so we maintain which is outside. 16 is the same as 4 squared. Y is, this is not y, it's x. Okay, x squared minus 25 is the same as 5 squared. So everything inside here is z squared raised to the power 2. Then there's a separated by a minus, so it's a difference of 2 squares. So 2, one of the 4's there, x plus 5, okay, then the remaining 4, the x minus, in this case minus 5. Why are we writing plus minus, plus minus, plus minus? It's because when we expand, it will bring us back to the minus here, equation. So this is the answer. Okay, we move on to the 7th question. Okay, so you can copy. Okay, you can copy the solution, pause the video and copy the solution. Otherwise, we move to the 7th question. Okay, so question number 7, we have 4ab plus 6ac minus 6bd minus 9cd. Now before I solve this question, I want to comment something. So if a question like these questions are just 2 marks questions. Now when you are given the marks as 2, it means as your guide you should spend less than 2 minutes solving that question. So you should spend less than 2 minutes. So you should reach at a point where you know what you are doing and the rate at which you are solving that question is faster. Okay, so you should practice a lot. So let's solve. So we have 4 terms, 1, 2, 3, 4. You don't have what is common throughout, but we have what is common in 2 of, we can group them into 2 terms, okay, or 2. The first and second term we have what is common, so there's nothing like grouping them, they're already grouped. Okay, so what you do here, what is common between the first 2, in terms of numbers, you have 6 and 4, 4 and 6, 2 is common. In terms of variables, a is also common. 2 into 4 is 2, the a and the a will cancel, remain with b. 2 into, so you have positive 2 into positive 6 is positive 3. A and a will disappear, will remain with c. So even whatever you are going to do with this side, in brackets you'd have 2b plus c. So what is common here is negative 3, 9 and 6, we have 3 which is common. In terms of variables, d is common. So negative 3d is common. Negative 3 into negative 6 is positive 2. D and this D will cancel, remain with B. Negative and negative will cancel, it will be positive. 3 into 9 is 3. D and D will cancel, remain with C. You see? So we they are identical in this bracket and this side. So we have 2 terms, we have this and this term. What is common in these 2 terms? You have 2B plus 3c in brackets. Then you have whatever number is here or the term which is here, you write it in bracket as the first term, which is 2a, minus this number which is here, which is minus 3d. And this is the answer. We factorize this question. Okay, this is question 7. Pause the video as usual. and copy. If you have a question, leave a comment in the comment section below. We go to question 8. So question 8, we are given 6ax minus 4ay minus 3bx plus 2by. So we have 4 terms as usual, so we can factorize this one by grouping. Now when you look at the first 2 terms, we have what is common, so there's nothing like grouping them, they're already grouped. Between 6 and 4, 2 is common, so 2 outside, and a is also common. 2 into 6 is 3 times, a and this a will remain with x, a and a will cancel, minus 2 into 4 is 2 times, a and a will disappear, will remain with y. It doesn't just disappear. It doesn't just disappear. You cancel this and this. Okay, this side. So remember, whatever you're going to do this side in brackets, you should have 3x minus 2y. Nice. Okay, so what is common here is negative. You have b, this is negative b. Okay, negative b is common. So negative and negative here is positive 3. B and b will cancel, it will be just the x. Negative, positive is negative. B and b will cancel, it will remain with the 2y. Okay, so they are identical, which tells us that we are doing the right things so far. So what is common here? In brackets we have 3x minus 2y. Then whatever is this side, which is 2a minus this, attach the number which is, or the variable, or any term that is in front here, which is b. So this is the answer. Okay, we go to question, this is question 8. We go to question 9. We go to question 9. So when you look at question 9, we are given 2x squared minus x minus 3. So by the time we started solving these questions, this is the only time we are given a question with only 3 terms, and we are asked to factorize. So here we can't look for a common factor, and we can't factorize by grouping. You can factorize by grouping because we only have 3 terms, and also we can't factorize by difference of 2 squares because we don't have 2 terms, and they're not squared, by the way. Only x is squared. So this is a quadratic expression. Quadratic expression. The first thing, this number is represented by, this is, the coefficient is a. The coefficient here is b, which is negative a, and this one is c. So we are going to split this b into 2 numbers so that we have 4 terms, and we factorize them by grouping. So how do you do that? We first find the product of a and c. A is 2, then c is negative 6. When you multiply them, you have negative 12. So the product is negative 12. Then the sum is b. Sum b is negative 1. So we look for 2 factors of 12. When you multiply them, they should give us 12. When you add them, it should give us negative 1. By the way, negative 12. Then when you add them, it should give us negative 1. Negative 1. So we have 3 and 4. Now we use searching method when you reach this stage. Now, which one should be negative? If we put 3 to be negative here, when you multiply them, the negative 12 here will agree. But when you add them, it will give us positive 1, which tells us that 3 is not negative here. Let's put the negative this side. When you multiply them, they give us negative 12. When you add them, they give us negative 1. So these factors are correct. Now we'll get back to this. So we have 2x squared. We're going to replace negative x with these factors here. So this is positive 3. Then we just attach the variable which is x. This is negative 4. Attach the variable which is just x. And the constant which is negative 6. So we have 4 terms now. We can factorize by grouping. So we're going to factorize. What is common between the first 2 terms is x. So x into x squared, this is 2x. X and x remain with 3. Whatever we've done here, we found which is 2x plus 3. We should find the same thing this side. Okay, so this side we have negative 4. We have negative 2 as the common factor. 2 can go into 6 and then to 4. Alright, negative 2 into negative 4 is positive 2x. Negative is positive 2 into 6 is 3. That's the same. So just write one of the 2x plus 3. Then this x minus 2. And this is the answer. So the issue is finding the product here. Splitting this b here into 2 numbers. Copy. Pause the video and copy. Otherwise, we go to the third last question, question 10. Okay, so question 10. Question 10, you have 3x cubed minus 12x squared. So we have 2 terms. So what is common here? 3 is common. X is also common. Nice. So 3 and 3 will cancel. X into x to the power 3 will remain with 2 x's. Then minus 3 into 12 is 4. X and this x will cancel, remain with y squared. Remember, inside here is a difference of 2 squares. So 3x squared, this 4 can be turned as 2 to the power. Don't just introduce 2 here. No, find the square root of that number you found. So the square root of 4 is 2. So it will be 2 to the power 2, which is 4. Then y squared. 3x, right, one of the x's there, plus 2y, open this side, x, in this case, minus 2y. And this is the answer. Okay, let's go to the second last question. Okay, second last question. Question 11, we have 2ab plus x squared minus 2ay minus bx. So this is already it's grouping terms. Okay, we can factorize by grouping here. Now when you look at the first 2 terms, they have nothing in common, but when you get this one and put it here, we have something in common. So what you're going to do, you're going to write 2ab minus 2ay. It doesn't change the sign because it hasn't crossed an equal sign. That's just to change the position. So this is positive xy minus bx. Common terms here, or common variables or numbers, we have 2 and a, which is 2a. 2a into 2ab will just remain with b, because this and this will cancel, remain with b, minus 2a and this 2a will cancel, remain with y. So remember, whatever we're going to do this side, we're going to factorize this side. In brackets, we should find b minus y. B minus y, or anything similar. Okay, so what is common here? We have minus x. Okay, minus x is common. So x negative into positive is minus. X and x will cancel. Excuse me. Then remains with y. Negative y, negative, it is positive. X and x will cancel. remain with B. And if you look at these two numbers are just the same, it's just the position. This is positive B, this is positive B, this is negative Y, this is negative Y. So you just write B minus Y. We always start with a positive one. Open 2A minus X, and this is the answer. Let's go to the final question, the last question, which is question 12. So far, if you've watched this, you're still watching this video up to last question, consider subscribing if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, and click the notification bell there so that whenever we upload a new video, you are the first one to be notified. Also like this video, share to your friends so that they also benefit. This is, of course, ECZ Examination Council of Zambia in past papers. Last question, this is also a difference of two squares. Now we have, it's already grouped, we have something common here and here, here and here. So what is common here? We have 2, A is also common, open bracket 2A and 2A remain with X. And then here 2 into 4 is 2, A and AA will cancel, remain with Y. Remember the issue, when you're done factorizing this side, you should find X plus 2Y this side. So here we have negative 3, B is also common. Negative 3, negative is positive, so remain with that's the X. Negative there, negative positive there, 3 into 6, 2 times, B and B will cancel, remain with Y here. Okay, so we have what is common here as X plus 2Y in bracket, open bracket, 2A minus 3B. And this is the final answer. Okay, so now we are done solving this question. Okay, so we've solved these questions, we've done solving these questions, so we've solved all the 12 questions here, and we've spent 27 minutes, which is not bad. On average, we've spent 3 minutes on each question, 2 minutes on each question. Okay, so because I was explaining. All right, so go through, share with your friends, remember to subscribe. See you in the next video.